So just imagine our spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. And imagine the crown of your head is reaching towards the ceiling. And then imagine there's somebody either above you or behind you, very gently lengthening your spine. So all the stresses of the day, all the busyness of the day, just allow it to just kind of melt away as your spine is lengthening. And the head is slightly tipped forward. Eyes are down, looking along the length of the nose. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and relax the jaw. And let's just bring our attention to the crown of the head and relax the scalp and the forehead. And welcome Mary Jo. And the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, and the area around the mouth and the jaw. And bring your attention to the back of the scalp and relax the scalp there. And just notice when you do that, perhaps your jaw relaxes a little bit more, your ears, your temples. And now bring your attention to the back of the neck, shoulders, the upper thoracic, and just let all the muscles go. And if you are sitting up against a surface, solid surface, perhaps unless you're not well or not feeling very strong, try to hold yourself up. Try not to lean into the wall or the couch or whatever it is you're sitting on. So bring your attention to your throat and relax the throat and the chest and the belly, the arms, the hands and the fingers, and the legs and the feet and the toes. And let's just bring our mind to the breath. Just very gently notice the sensation of the cool air as you're breathing in, the slightly warmer air as you're breathing out. If there's any sounds in your environment, just to allow those sounds to be there. Try not to have the mind wander off and investigate. And just notice your thoughts arising, abiding, falling, and try not to engage with them. Just allow them to pass without any attachment or grasping, clinging, or judgment. Now let's bring to mind all the people of our life, the ones we love, the ones we don't love so much, and our strangers. And just again remind ourselves that they're all equal. They're the same as us in their wish to be happy, their wish not to suffer, and this unbelievable capacity for enlightenment. So bring to mind maybe something that you would like to take with you into the new year, something positive, something light. Think of something you would like perhaps to leave behind. We started this at solstice last Monday. Not last Monday, Monday week past. And think that you're going to do this meditation this evening, this Vajrasattva purification meditation, for the benefit of all the people in your life and for your future self. the one you're moving into a new phase of your life with. As we move into 2022. So let's just start the Vajrasattva practice, and just again we start with regret. So this is not guilt, it's a grown-up, responsible, taking responsibility, sort of mature attitude to some of the negative things that we've done. And the reason we regret is because, based on this idea of karma, so having harmed others, we will necessarily experience suffering in the future. Welcome, Victor. And because we understand what suffering is all about, we don't want to experience too much more of it. We just have we want to develop this idea that we're going to, logically it would make sense to pull out these negative seeds that we've planted before they actually ripen into anything that's kind of going to cause us suffering. So think, I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech, having broken my vows, because I do not want the future suffering. I'm sick of suffering. And also we regret the anger and attachment and the rest that are the cause of why we harm others. And again, think, I'm sick of this suffering. And just think, okay, so what can I do about it? Who can I turn to? So here we come to the power of reliance. So we rely upon, we turn to the Buddha, the doctor, in this case Vajrasattva, who has the methods that we can use to purify. And it's not that we are wanting this Vajrasattva to forgive us. We're wanting to use these methods to purify ourselves. So visualize Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. This is this ball of brilliant, white, compassionate light, if visualization is difficult for you. So just try and feel the presence of this energy above the crown of your head. And you can also, in order to make it a little bit more personal, you can imagine that this is your teacher, your Lama, your trusted mentor, manifesting in this form for your benefit. He's sitting in a cross-legged position on a white lotus on top of a white moon disk. And he's made of this brilliant, blissful, radiant white light. His face is radiant and beautiful, youthful, and his lotus-like eyes are long, peaceful, and full of love and compassion for you and for all the people of your life. He has this sweet red mouth. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. And he's wearing a 5-pointed crown encrusted in jewels. He's wearing earrings encrusted with jewels, and several necklaces, and a belt with jewels, and armbands, and bracelets on his wrist, and anklets. And all these, you can imagine, they're made of gold and precious jewels, and all glistening in the light. And they're made of light. And he's also wearing these beautiful silken clothes in the Royal Indian style. Just imagine this is all just kind of floating and glittering above you, radiating light. His arms are crossed at his heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom. The right is holding a vajra, which represents the indestructibility of compassion. And their being crossed represents the union of these two, which symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. In order to develop compassion, so this is the second little bit on compassion, developing compassion. So we need to rely upon other beings, the very beings we have harmed, and those who have harmed us, by developing compassion for them. So you think you're making a kind of a wish when you're developing compassion. You're wishing for people to not suffer. It just kind of it's painful for you to see that people are suffering. So you feel compassion for the people that you've harmed, for the suffering that you've caused them. Not guilt. And you make a wish that they don't suffer anymore. And then you have the people that have harmed you. And you feel compassion for them because they are going to experience suffering as a result of the harm that they've done to you. So make a strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for the sake of all these sentient beings, and just think, I must purify for their sake. So here we come to the power of the remedy, and this is the actual medicine of doing the practice, reciting the mantra. So first we recite, lost my mala. We recite the mantra for the purification of the body. So Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar, like coming out of a hose, quite forcefully, or a strong shower head, or you can imagine a great big waterfall flowing down, pouring into you from his heart, arcs around, enters your crown, filling your entire body completely. And it keeps pouring into you and forces out of your lower orifices all the harm you've ever done to any living being with your body in the form of inky liquid. And this inky liquid just kind of disappears into space, not one atom left, as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe. So be delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is completely purified, and think that there is no way you could do anything but benefit others now with your body. So the next is a purification of the speech. And again, Guru Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra, and it arcs around and forcefully enters your crown, filling your entire body, except this time forcing up to the top of your body all the negativity of your speech, and it just overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. So just imagine that all the gossip and the harsh speech and kind of like chatting idly about nothing and kind of lying and talking about people behind their backs and getting other people to agree with you, all of this is completely purified and by the powerful nectar filling you as you recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe. So again, feel so happy that your speech is now completely purified, and imagine that it's not possible to do anything other than benefit others with your speech from now on. An amazing aspiration. So the next is the purification of the mind. And Guru Vajrasattva now very compassionately sends powerful beams of light this time from his heart chakra. And this arcs around and enters your crown chakra and fills your entire being. This brilliant, radiant light. So it's the same as when you walk into a room and switch on a light. That light instantly dispels the darkness, doesn't it? So the same way here. The moment the light from Guru Vajrasattva's heart hits your heart, fills your body, your being with light, all the darkness and the negativity of your mind, all your attachment and grasping and unhealthy desire and wanting things and neediness and anger, bitterness and grudges, wishing to harm others, wanting to get back at them. This kind of like heavy energy. All of this is instantly dispelled with this light. Not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempeyatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe. So I think there is no space in your heart now for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. So next is a purification of the imprints of negativity of the body, speech and mind. So as I always say, you can either just visualize the previous 3 visualizations of the body, speech and mind. You can imagine that either simultaneously or consecutively, but it is a little busy. So you can also just imagine light and nectar just pouring from Guru Vajrasattva's heart, arcing around, pouring into you through your crown, filling you completely. And this light and this nectar eradicates totally even the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your mind. So it's kind of like the flavor that is left behind by anger or attachment. So we're just cleaning it out completely with this mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Duda Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sudam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabhawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe. Now feel that you are completely purified, not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to omniscience have been removed. So now we come to the final step in the purification process, and that is resolve. So make an aspiration to try not to harm with our body and our speech and our mind. And try not to make it like a New Year's Eve resolution that we sort of break a couple of days later. So just make it manageable for yourself, you know, even if find something that you would like to work on just tonight, maybe something different from last night, and then say, okay, so I'll refrain from this thing for 30 seconds or 5 minutes or half a day if you think you can manage a week. Overnight is always safest because you will not be doing much, you'll be just sleeping. So just think like that. And it gives us the courage to change. And step by step, you'll start to notice that you are refraining from things, that you are not reacting to things quite so much, that you're stopping yourself before things fall out of your mouth. It's a slow, gradual process, and it takes time. You need to be patient and humble. But eventually, if you keep doing it over and over again, it will start to happen. The change will come. So take courage, take heart. Guru Vajrasattva is delighted with us. So wanting to merge with your mind, he melts into white light and absorbs into you through your crown, and think, my Guru's body, speech and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech and mind, and my own body, speech and mind are the same thing. And LAMA YESHE used to call this union oneness. So next, Lama Zopa Rinpoche recommends to meditate on the emptiness of the three circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. So place your mind in that emptiness for a little while, at whatever level you understand it. You can think of looking at all phenomena as being empty. They're not existing from their own side, and neither are they perhaps appearing to you the way that they do in fact actually exist. And you can also think of it this way too, you know, things look different when you're happy. The world outside looks very, very different when you're happy than when you're sad or depressed or angry. Because we tend to put our own spin on things. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy you have created this evening doing this purification to all living beings, to all the people of your life, and think, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. And for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. For Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honouring the three jewels, saviour of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. For Lama Ursul, Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of a loving concern for us in intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request, O Lama, please, please live long. And for Geshe Cherub, beloved teacher leading your students toward wisdom and compassion, explaining through exacting discernment the steps of the graduated path, you are the unequaled guide. Please live a long and stable life. Gosh, it goes so fast, doesn't it? It goes so fast. I've really enjoyed doing this practice with you day after day after day. So you get a break from me for a couple of nights, and then you'll see me again on Friday. Or is it Thursday?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Okay, you only get one night break from me. And Coral, good luck with your test tomorrow.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I'll be thinking of you.
Thank
Get
you
well
all.
soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Lots of love, everybody. Good night. Sleep
Good night,
well.
Venerable.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Good night. Bye-bye.